When they die, those who are born in the blissful realm. The blissful realm means the realm that enjoys sense pleasure. That is human realm, 6 celestial realms, and then the Brahma realms. They enjoy the Brahma realm, they enjoy the jhana bliss. So those who are born in this blissful realm, if they amount to the number of grains of sand on my tongue, the number of living beings who are born in the 4 woeful abodes will outnumber the number of sand in the whole earth. In the whole earth. Just imagine. So the people, they don't know. When they die, what will happen? So nobody can see. But the Buddha can see. He can see. And he also teach you that you can see also if you can develop supernormal power. You can also see. So that is very important to live wisely. To live here, to enjoy sense pleasure as much as you like. But still, when you die, to be born in the blissful realm. So, just in this morning we say, just taking 3 full refuge, and then observing 5 moral precepts will guarantee you to be reborn in the blissful realm again and again. So the Buddha, when we see, we come across the Buddha's teaching, then if we abide by this advice of the Buddha, then very, very beneficial to us. Just imagine, otherwise we will be born in the woeful state. Then we get lost for many existences. We have to suffer very greatly. Now, we are sure we shall be born in this full realm again and again. You are very lucky to have a good translator as Anthony Lawrence. Now, as you can hear the teaching, both in English and in Indonesian language. We hope you will not forget it in 7 days. So the 8 Lopa Mula Citas are displayed very beautifully here, on this chart. So we have Deity Sam, Deity We, Deity Sam, Deity We. So Deity We means, so again you can look there, in your book, Sambyutam means associated with or connected with. So Deity Kata Sambyutam means the consciousness is associated with the wrong view. So when you are enjoying sense pleasure, without any thought of karma and result, then you have this consciousness. Now you understand karma. So when you understand karma, when you watch the movie, now you may have the thought, oh, I'm watching the movie with immoral mind, that is with great consciousness. So it will produce immoral karmas, and they will bring bad result. So if you watch the movie with that knowledge, then we say your mind is not associated with the wrong view. You are having the right view about karma and result. So at that time, your consciousness is called Deity Kata Vidyutam, not associated with the wrong view. With the wrong view. So when it does not associate with the wrong view, so that bad karma would be less weighty. When it associates both with greed and the wrong view, it is more weighty. It will bring the worst and the worst result. Now there are 2 more words. So under those, so they do not show well. Oh, they don't appear there. They don't appear there. So below the both positive sign, you have also the asankharika and sasankarika. So in the meaning also we give you. You can find the word, the vipayutam means dissociated with, not connected with the wrong view. And below that, asankharikam and asankharika, they mean the same thing. So they mean spontaneous, unprompted, and automatic. So that means that great-rooted consciousness arises automatically, without being prompted by you or by others. So if it's prompted by you or others, then we say it is sasankharika. Now sasankharika means, sa means with prompting. So we call it prompted by oneself or by others, and it is volitionally inactive. So there is a good movie tonight, but you are quite busy, so you say, oh, I don't want to watch it. So, but your friend asks you, oh, it's very good movie, you should watch it. Then I better have it look. So if you watch, so we say it is being prompted by someone. So your mind is sasankharikam. So not volitionally active. So if not volitionally active, the karma is weak. The karma is weak, so it bears very poor, little result. Now, oh, today is very good movie, I must watch it. Without being prompted by anyone, you just watch it. Then we say it is asankharikam. Asankharikam, unprompted. So the karma would be more serious. So now we can name the 8 great-rooted consciousness. So it's not very difficult. So we just name the first one. You just keep that symbol is better. Yeah, that symbol is better. So you had to change my this one with that the red. You give yours. You give me one. So when we reach the Lopamula Chitta, so we reach, so then he will point you to the good one. So the way we read the positive sign first. So we say so manasa sahagatam, and then we read the above the words detikata sambayutam, and then we read asankharikam ekam. Ekam means one consciousness. Asankharikam means unprompted or spontaneous. Somanasa sagatam means accompanied by pleasant mental feeling or with joy. And detikata samyutam, associated with the wrong view. Now that is the first Lopamula Chitta. If you know this one, then the rest will become easy. So if you know this one name, when you come to the second name, you just change asankharika to sasankharika. Only that. So how would you call it? No? So somanasa sagatam, detikata sambayutam, sasankharikam ekam. Sasankharika means prompted. No? It's prompted by yourself or others. Now if you know these two, then the next two, we just change this above word. Instead of detikata samyutam, we say detikata vipayutam. No, not associated or dissociated with the wrong view. Not associated with the wrong view. So how would you call the next two? So manasa sagatam, detikata vipayutam, asankharikam ekam, and the next one would be sasankharikam ekam. So you can read in the book about these 4 names. Please read. Somanasa sahagatam, detikata sambayutam, asankharikam ekam, and number 2 is sasankharikam ekam. Number 3 and 4. Somanasa sahagatam, detikata vipayutam, asankharikam ekam, sasankharikam ekam. Now if you know these four names, For the next 4 names, you just change Somanasa into Upika. That's all. So then we can read again, number 5 and 6. Upika Sahakatam, Dechikata Sambyutam, Asankharikam Ekam, Sasankharikam Ekam. Upika Sahakatam, Dechikata Vipayutam, Asankharikam Ekam, Sasankharikam Ekam. So now you know the 8 names. So now you can appear for the Abhidhamma examination. So in the Abhidhamma examination, usually they ask you, now please write down the names of 8 Lopamula Chaita. So they prefer to you to write in Pali. So you can write in Pali. So if you can, you also know the meaning now. So the meaning is given at the bottom of that page. No? So you can read by yourself. Now we go to the next, page 134. We say obligation. Now, obligation means how these greed-rooted consciousness arise in you. How often they arise in you. Now, when you wake up in the morning, you wash your face and you look into the mirror. Whom did you see in the mirror? The most beautiful person in the world. So when you see yourself, when you say, oh, I'm quite beautiful, I'm quite charming, then greed-rooted consciousness arises. So if you like this sense object, you appreciate it, then greed-rooted consciousness will arise. And at that time you have joy, it will be Somanasa Sagatam. If you don't have joy, it will be Upika Sagatam. And then you don't have any thought of karma and result, so it will be Dechikata Sambyutam. So if you have the thought about karma and its result, that is very rare actually. So it will be Dechikata Vipyutam. So it arises spontaneously, so we say it is Asankharikam. And sometimes it does not arise not spontaneously. You say, oh, I'm quite charming, I'm quite beautiful. Then only later you like it. So we say it is Sasankharikam. Sasankharikam. So from the morning till night, we are always in contact with the sense objects. So if the sense object is good, so we like it, we like to enjoy it. That if you have desire to enjoy it, do you also appreciate enjoying it? And if you crave to enjoy it, so you know it is greed-rooted consciousness. Greed also has attachment. So attachment is also the characteristic of the greed. So we say greed has the characteristic of craving, that is desiring, and attachment. Now if you like this movie very much, so you want to enjoy it again and again. So that means you have attachment to it. Now you have attachment to Chinese noodles. So in the morning you better I can have that shop very good Chinese noodle, I should go and eat there. So that is attachment. Oh, Korean movie, I must watch it. So attachment. So you know now, when you have attachment, craving, desire, so greed-rooted consciousness will be arising in you. So how often greed-rooted consciousness arises in you? You can see from morning till night. Most of the time, you are always craving, desiring to get this, to get that, to get money, to be successful in your job, so that you get to see the friends, to enjoy talking, chatting. Also greed-rooted consciousness, chatting and chatting. So when you see a person, oh, very beautiful, very charming, as soon as you say, like when you fall in love. So usually, people, the youngster now, they fall in love with greed-rooted consciousness, because they like to enjoy sense pleasure, by getting acquainted with her, or become the sweethearts and lovers. So they enjoy that. So that is greed-rooted consciousness. No? And now you also have attachment. If you cannot see each other, then the Buddha said, greed will give rise to, greed will give rise to worry, grief, sorrow, the grief, grief, G-R-I-E-F, grief, sorrow, sadness, and then even despair, and then fear. All these arises because of greed. Because you like yourself very much. Oh, there's danger. You are going to be, you have danger. You are scared. So why you are scared? Because you love yourself very much. You love yourself with greed. With greed. You love yourself with greed. And remember Romeo and Juliet? They fall in love. They fall in love. And when they were together, they say, love is a very splendid thing. A very splendid thing. But then, now they are enjoying with greed. So when you are enjoying the movie or enjoying with your lovers, so you are having somanasa sagatam, dejikata samyutam, asankharika lophamula cheta. Greed-rooted consciousness. We are enjoying with greed-rooted consciousness. Now the parents do not agree for their reunion. So Romeo and Juliet were separated. They cannot see each other. So, because of greed, they want to see each other very much. When you cannot see, when your wishes, your desires are not fulfilled, you get angry. Anger arises there. So they become very sad. Sadness due to the anger-rooted consciousness. Fear is also anger-rooted consciousness. So because of that, they get anger-rooted consciousness. So when you get anger-rooted consciousness, you will see it is accompanied by this star sign. The star sign we say is domanassa. Domanassa is painful mental feeling. Somanassa is pleasant mental feeling. Domanassa, painful mental feeling. So when your desire are not fulfilled, you get painful mental feeling. So we say the more you love each other, the greater the despair, the sadness will arise in you when you are separated. So they have very strong dosa mula cheta, the anger, causing that the mental pain. So they cannot bear this pain anymore. They committed suicide. Both of them committed suicide. Many lovers, including Romeo and the Marilyn Monroe, that very beautiful actress, because of the unpleasant love affairs. So Marilyn Monroe also took overdose of the sleeping pills and committed suicide. Many people committed suicide, and because of attachment to the wealth, attachment to the wealth. So now we say those billionaires, when they lost many billions of dollars in the economic depression, they committed suicide. So you can see these are happening in all the world. So you can understand, these are because of the greed. So greed is influence all the people. They are under the influence of the greed. They are happy with greed. And they become sorry because of greed. And when they attain the anger-rooted consciousness. Okay. So at the bottom, 2 paragraphs of page 34, we gave you 2 exercises so that you can prepare for your examination. So exercise 1. Now, can you name the cheta that is arising in a person listening joyfully to a pleasant song without giving any thought to karma and its result? So you should know, since she is he or enjoying the song, so greed would be arising. So you know it's greed-rooted consciousness. And now she is enjoying joyfully, That means pleasant feeling or joy is arising, so it is somanasa sagatam. And he does not pay any attention to karma in result, so it is daichikata vipyutam. Now, as he is enjoying by himself without being prompted by anyone, it is asankharikam. So, if you know that, you can say the name of the chaita. So, what is the name? So, we give the answer below. Somanasa sahagatam, daichikata sambayutam, asankharika, lopa mula chaita. So now you have to put in the word lopa mula chaita. No? Because like in the in this chart here, when we say lopa mula chaita, we also give you the name lopa mula chaita here. So when we say, we give the name, we don't mention lopa mula chaita there. But here you have to mention it is lopa mula chaita. Yes. Yeah. Now in exercise 2. Now a man is stealing a handbag after much persuasion by himself, because he is aware of the immoral karma and its bad effect. What is this chaita? So now a man is stealing a handbag. So what would be the chaita? So when you steal someone's bag or someone's money, so it is because of greed. Your greed to get it. So greed to that consciousness arises. Now we say, after the much persuasion by himself, because he knows karma in its effect. So as he knows karma in its effect, it is daichikata vipyutam, not associated with the wrong view. And it is satsangkarikam, being persuaded by himself. So if he have to be persuaded by himself, that means he is not willing to take. So would he have joy during that time? No, so it should be upekha. So the name of the chaita, upekha sahagatam, daichikata vipyutam, satsangkarika lopa mula chaitas. Then we describe 8 more examples. So 8 more examples. So they described the 8 lopa mula chaita. So you can practice by yourself. So now you understand these lopa mula chaitas quite well. So when you understand them, so you can stop them. So you can stop them. So you make the effort so that they will not arise very often in you. Then it will be much beneficial for you. So now it's 7 p.m. So we stop for the dinner break this time. So not dinner break. So in your chart is given the 6:30 to 7:30. So now we take the dinner from 7 to 7:30 for half an hour. And then the last program there, so I think we should take it. So that is from 7:30 to 9, they say there. So they say it should be either meditation or about questions or answer. So today I like to teach you meditation at that time. Why we should undertake meditation? What happens when we undertake meditation? And how to undertake this meditation? So I like to tell you so that when you meditate them, you can meditate correctly and get great benefit. Would that be all right? So to meet again at 7:30, not to run away. So I hope the Christine will give you the Visuddhi Mega book at 7:30 when you come to the class. So okay.
Yeah.
Have dinner. Enjoy your dinner with great consciousness. To study about meditation. So this period is also supposed to be question and answers. You can ask questions, and I can also ask questions. So my first question to you. is an important question, actually. Now, how can we live beneficially? That means, what is the beneficial way of living? The happy and beneficial way of living. So, very important. Now, how would you answer? No suggestion? No suggestion?
They said looking for money as much as possible, but the money is used for to perform the meritorious.
So money is very important in life. So we have not to walk not for a living. No, we have to work for a living. Not to sustain this body, to keep our body healthy, so that we can perform meritorious deeds. We can perform meritorious deeds. But we should not crave for money. We should not desire to get a lot of money. So you want to get a lot of money, that also means greed. So you have greed. So if you are living with greed, so immoral minds would be arising. So it is not beneficial. It is not beneficial. So before you have the chance to do meritorious deed, just in trying to get a lot of money, if you die, then you will be born in a woeful state. So now, when we learn about karma and its result, karma and its result is very important. Because it is the karma that is going to determine our happiness or our unhappiness, and our success or sorrow. And then our good fate and bad fate and or destiny. So the karma determines our fate and destiny. So if we live only with immoral minds, so you already understand immoral minds produce only immoral karma, which will bear bad result. Bad result, including failure in whatever you do, great loss in many ways, in your property and your beloved ones. And also, when you die, you will be born in woeful state. So, it's important not to develop immoral karma, not the bad karma. So, we should take care, so that the immoral karma will not arise in us. Now, on the other end, the good karma. The good karma will bear great result. Will bear good result, great result, and including success in life and happiness in life. And then also when you die, you will be born in blissful realm. In blissful realm. So we say to live beneficially and happily is to live with moral minds. To live with moral mind is the art of living, and it is the beneficial way of living. Now, how to live with moral minds? How can we live with moral minds? So again, these are very important questions. That's what we should do in life, but in life. So as I told you, most of the people, they think to get money and to enjoy sense pleasure, the luxury of life, all these things. So that is not the right way. That is the wrong way, actually. So the Buddha, he said, sensual pleasure gives very little pleasure, and it will bring great the bad result. So, in his first discourse, that is in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. No? So Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta is the discourse that turns the wheel of the Dhamma. So there he described the Four Noble Truths, actually in that discourse. So the Four Noble Truths is most important to understand in this life. No? So only when you understand Four Noble Truths in detail, in all aspects, then you can be enlightened as noble person. Then there will be the best. Even if we attain the first enlightenment, to become stream winner is already satisfactory. Satisfactory. So that means we can live happily for many existences more, enjoying sense pleasure as well as the unique bliss of Nibbana. And we are guaranteed never to be reborn in the woeful state. So that is the most important. Not to be reborn in the woeful state when we die. So how to prevent that? So as say, so we have to reduce the immoral karma from arising, and then develop moral karma. And in the past discourse, the Buddha he said, to attain Nibbana, we must follow the middle path. The middle path, and abstaining from the two extremes. So the middle path means abstaining from the two extremes. So what are the two extremes? So Anthony, would be all right for you. So you just now the one extreme is enjoying sense pleasure. Enjoying sense pleasure is one extreme. So the Buddha said in that first discourse, enjoying sense pleasure is low and wicked. It's low and wicked. That means it is a low form of enjoyment. And it is wicked because we enjoy it with lopa mula citta, greed-rooted consciousness. That is immoral minds. So while you are enjoying it, you are developing only immoral karma. You are immoral karma. So this immoral karma will bear bad result in this life as well as after death. You will be born in the woeful state. And then also he said, enjoying sense pleasure is practiced only by worldlings, not by noble person. And it will not give rise to any benefit. So when you are enjoying sense pleasure, you don't get any benefit. Only that the momentary pleasure that you get. And momentary pleasure, as soon as they arise, they dissolve. So when they dissolve, when you get the pleasure, it's a good feeling. So greed arises, you crave for it. You want to enjoy it more and more. You are attached to it. Now when you cannot get it, again it means suffering. So the Buddha said it is only a form of suffering. A form of suffering. So actually you should know there are three forms of suffering. When the Buddha, he described that in the first noble truth, the noble truth of suffering. So he say, there are three forms of suffering. So one form is, there is the prominent pain, bodily pain and mental pain. So when you get mental pain, bodily pain, then that means suffering. So when you lost your very beloved ones or many wealth, so you feel very sad. So you get mental pain that day. So there's suffering. And also, when you have very cold weather, you're shivering, and mosquito biting, you get bodily pain, there's suffering. So not to get what you want is suffering. And to associate with the beloved ones are also suffering. So the Buddha said, but aging, and then disease, the aging, so diseases and death are suffering. So these are the prominent suffering. Now we say the enjoyment of sense pleasure. It is not the suffering due to change in condition. Only when the conditions are right, that pleasant feeling is arising in you, so you are enjoying it. But as soon as it arises, it dissolves. So when it dissolves, it becomes suffering. So when you have family union, so when your family, all the members are healthy and doing very well, so you are very happy to be together, to eat together. But very soon you have to separate. You have to go your own way. So meeting always ends in separation. So when you have to separate from your beloved ones, that means suffering. So it also, this is suffering due to change in condition. Not change to condition. And the third form is called the sankhara dukkha. Sankhara means mentality, materiality. So to have mentality, materiality is to have suffering. Because mentality, materiality arising, dissolving very rapidly. This is their intrinsic property. Intrinsic property. As soon as they arise, they will dissolve. So all our mentality, materiality arising and dissolving all the time. So that means sankhara dukkha. That is the real dukkha. So we have to see this dukkha in vipassana meditation. Only then we know, it's suffering. We don't want this mentality, material anymore. And we are not attached to any existence. Only then you can go to Nibbana. Otherwise you cannot get to Nibbana. So we say, to get great enjoyment, you have to give up, to give away little enjoyment. Little enjoyment. To catch a big fish, you have to let go a small fish. You use the small fish as the pond, and you try to catch the big fish. So that is the way we should do. The other extreme is self-torture, torturing yourself with the wrong way of practice. Just like even during the Buddha's time, there are persons who practice dog morality, they say. So they live like the dog. And then some practice the bovine morality. So they live like an ox. And some sleep on thorns. Just not to torture their body. And some, they sit in the middle of 4 fires. 4 fires in the middle at the noontime with the sun is above. That is, they are roasting themselves with the heat. So they say just by roasting that you can get rid of those greed, anger and ignorance. So it just amounts to torturing yourself. Even our Buddha, our Bodhisattva, we might say. So he spent 6 years, that is practicing the wrong practice. And it is actually torturing himself. So the way he practiced at that time is what is popular at that time. Other people, they don't know how to practice to get Nibbana. So they know this, the greed, anger, ignorance. They are the root cause of suffering. They know it. Now how to get rid of them? So our Bodhisattva, when he breathed in, he tried to control that breath not to come out. So when you control your breath not to come out from the nose, the breath comes out from your ears. So when he controls so much, the air, it comes with great force. So with loud sound, shoo she, shoo she, shoo she. Then he tried to block the ears, not to come from the ears. Then it pushes the brain. So he felt great pain. as if stirring your brain, your head, your brain, with a pointed iron. Very painful. So 6 years he practiced that. So he said, this practice, torturing yourself, it brings only pain, bodily pain and mental pain. And it is practiced only by warlings, not by noble person. And it will not give rise to any benefit. So if you are practicing meditation the wrong way, it may amount to torturing yourself, so giving very little benefit. Now you just open the Visuddhimagga. So on page 20, on page 20. So we shall read 2 paragraphs there. So what the Buddha says, that is actually taken from the first discourse of the Buddha. O bhikkhus, bhikkhus means monks. O monks, avoiding both these 2 extremes, Tathagata means the Buddha has realized the middle path. This path produces vision. Vision, so you can see the truth, and produces knowledge. Knowledge is the same as wisdom, and it leads to calmness of the mind, and to higher knowledge. So not ordinary knowledge, to higher knowledge, to enlightenment, to Nibbana. So it will lead up to Nibbana. Now the next paragraph. And what is that middle path? O monks, that the Tathagata, the Buddha, has realized. It is simply the noble eightfold path. It is called eightfold path because it contains 8 factors. It is the noble path because it leads to Nibbana. So namely, right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Now on page 21, the 8 factors of the path are classified as 3 training. So we call this training threefold noble training. Noble threefold training. So you can look on page 21 at the top. So training of wisdom is called Panya Sikha. Panya means wisdom, Sikha means training. So this training of wisdom consists of the right understanding and the right thought. So the right thought, the right understanding. Now number 2 is training of morality. So it's called Sila Sikha. Morality is called Sila. So it is Sila Sikha. So it contains 3 factors. The right speech is the speech avoiding from the 4 evil speeches. I explained to you this morning. The 4 evil speeches. When we observe 5 moral precepts, when you say musawada, abstaining from the wrong speech, mean we have to abstain from all the 4 false speeches. Lying, slandering, abusing language, and gossiping. So try to avoid gossiping as much as possible. As soon as the class is over, you get together, talking each other. So that actually amounts to gossiping. Gossiping, you just waste your time by gossiping. And during that time, you're gossiping only for pleasure. For pleasure means that is great, for greed. So only greed-rooted consciousness will be arising at that time. So because of that, the Buddha said, you can be born in a Boho state just by this gossiping. So try to reduce it. If you want to talk to each other, talk about Abhidhamma or talk about Visuddhimagga, then it will be beneficial. And then the right action is the action that avoids 3 evil bodily action: killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. Now when we say that the sexual misconduct, it also includes misuse of the senses. So in the misuse of the senses, taking intoxicating drinks and drugs is misuse of the senses. So it is included in the 5 precepts also. Now the 5th precept is to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs. Now that is the right, the right action. And then the right livelihood. So you should earn a living for your livelihood, but you should do it the right way, the right livelihood. So the right livelihood being, you should find your work for money, by avoiding the wrong speech and the wrong action. And you should avoid any livelihood that may cause harm to any living being. Not just selling live animals. And now the people, they are making, they are even selling the human being. They call human trafficking, they call them. And selling like the drinks and drugs. And like selling poison and weapons. So this should not be practiced. So if you have to earn a living to sell the insecticides, so you should avoid it. You should avoid it. So that is the right training of morality. And then the next 3 factors are classified as training of concentration. Training of concentration is samadhi sikha. It is a must. We cannot avoid this. Now what is the training of concentration? So the right effort. We must exert the right effort to perform meritorious deeds and to do meditation, to attain the right concentration. The right concentration is usually what the Buddha wants is jhana concentration. And the right mindfulness, so you should be mindful of meritorious deeds all the time. So in meditation, you have to be mindful of your meditation subject. So when we say in-breath and out-breath is your meditation subject. You should be mindful of it all the time. So when we say you are mindful of this meditation subject, that means you should know the in-breath and the out-breath all the time. As soon as you forget, your mind will run away, will run out. So mindfulness is very important in meditation. And the right concentration, as we just said, the Buddha prefer jhana concentration. So we should undertake meditation to develop the right concentration. And these 3 factors, the right effort, the right mindfulness, and the right concentration, they also amount to 3 powers. 3 powers that we possess to fight against the enemies. So what are the enemies? What are they? Defilements. Defilements are the enemy. Lobha, dosa, moha. We have to fight them. So you need this very the effective weapon. This the right concentration. So if you don't develop the right effort, the right mindfulness, the right concentration, you will not succeed in your meditation. Now, so in these 3 training, so one is panya, second is sila, and the third one is samadhi. So we say sila, samadhi, panya is the essence of all the Buddha's teaching. The essence of all the Buddha's teaching, because by this 3-fold training, you can eliminate all defilements from your mind. So if you can destroy all defilement, you will become fully enlightened as an arahat. So we call arahat to be a perfect person. So enjoying nibbana all the time. You can do that. So to live most beneficially would be to undertake this threefold noble training. So if you have enough money to live on, the best way is to stop your work and undertake this threefold noble training without any lapse in time, without any delay. That will be the best. Now, if you cannot stop your walk yet, you have to walk on. So we should incorporate this, the threefold training in our daily life. So we should begin with the training of morality. Training of morality. Morality, sila, is the foundation of higher merit. It is the foundation of this threefold noble training. So, as we said earlier, we should keep threefold refuge and then also find moral precept. So, in our daily life, we can practice that. So early in the morning, we say the first thing we do should be to take this threefold refuge and 5 precepts. And take again before you go to bed. So when you sleep, you are sleeping with the threefold refuge and the 5 precepts. So most of the time you are with the 5 precepts. So when you use the threefold refuge, if you remember and respect the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, then you can develop moral minds. While you are reflecting on the attitude of the Buddha, the Dhamma, or the Sangha. So, after taking threefold refuge and 5 precepts, so the whole day you are just like gossiping, and then enjoying sense pleasure and working for money, just thinking how to get money, and worrying about the family affairs, all this, and worrying about your job, all this. You are living with immoral mind. So, you should know that. So, try to stop these immoral minds from arising as much as possible. And then you have to reflect. You have to be aware. I am observing 5 precepts. There is very noble training, guided by the Buddha. And I am actually, by observing 5 precepts, I am walking on the path to Nibbana. So we should be very glad like that. So in the 5 precepts, we abstain from all the 10 evil actions. So we lead very pure life. So by that, we say, you enjoy the highest happiness as a household person. This is very nice actually. So try to be aware of these things. So while you are observing precept, so try to avoid those gossiping about all the immoral thoughts from arising. Now, when we abstain from stealing other people's property, it amounts to giving back their property to the owners. So it is similar to almsgiving. And also when we abstain from killing living beings, we are giving their life back to them. By not killing them, we are giving them their life. So the 5 moral precept is also regarded as mahadana, great offering, great offering. So, in other words, when we are practicing 5 moral precepts, we should also practice almsgiving, that is dana, not dana. So, almsgiving, dana, should be practiced because karma bears the same result as you have done it. Just like a seed, like a mango seed will give rise to a mango tree bearing mango fruits. An apple seed will give rise to an apple tree bearing apple fruit. The same thing, in the science, we also have the law. So, the law says, to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So it is also true in the meritorious deeds and the evil deeds. If you kill a person, one, not just one, not just like during the time of the Buddha, Dhamma Dinna, she is foremost, she is an arahat, and she is foremost in teaching the Dhamma talk. And she possesses supernormal power to see, to know her past existences. And she found it in one existence. A very intimate friend of her husband came to their house. The husband said, "My wife, you please cook good food for our guests." So she went to the market, but already late, so she could not get any meat. She came back, so she remembered there, she reared a little goat, they call kitten, I think. So she cut the throat of the little goat and cooked the meat. So the husband and the guests admire her. "Oh, you are a very good housewife, you are a very good cook, so very nice." But when she died, she had to be burned in hell for many, many existences. And even after she escaped from hell, she had to be born as animals. As many existences as there are hairs on the body of the little goat that she killed. Just imagine how many hairs on the body of the goat. So there may be thousands of hairs. So she had to be born thousands of thousands of existences as animals. And in each existence, she was killed in the same way, by having the throat cut. So that means you perform an evil action. During that action, we say, immoral minds arise by many billions. So you get many billions of bad karma. So they will produce the same result. So that means you have to be killed. How many times? So, we might say 1,000,000 times. Because in hell, when you are burned to death, born again, burned to death, born again, so that means millions of existence in hell. So that's why the Buddha said, don't perform immoral action. Now, when you perform moral action, giving alms, you will get back not the same way. So if you donate generously, so the money will come generously to you. So, to be rich, to live the happily enjoying sense pleasure in many existences, then we should donate our money as much as possible into meritorious deeds, to help other people, and then also to help the temple. And in my case, you can also donate. So supporting me in writing Dhamma books and printing them, so there will be very great merit actually. And when you perform any meritorious deed, you should also always wish for Nibbana. So may this good deed support me to attain Nibbana as soon as possible. Then the even alms giving will support you to attain Nibbana. This observing 5 precepts will support you to attain Nibbana. Very, very early you will attain them.